Capricorn. Something you thought was complete gets unexpectedly disrupted this month. A major ending gives way to pause that changes how you see everything. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to your February monthly general intuitive tarot reading. If you're new here, this is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you never miss your spiritual guidance. This isn't loss, it's perspective, and what follows feels deeply transformative. I know you're dying to hear more, so let's get into it. Hey there, Capricorn. I have already asked for blessings for your reading, so I think we're just going to dive in, jump right in, and I am going to pull out all the cards first, and then we'll connect to the messages. So let's get to it, my friends. All right, Capricorn, let's take a look. You have the Three of Coins. In this deck, it's called Coins, but it's actually Pentacles, okay? And that's clarified by the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups, clarified by the Two of Wands, the Justice card, and the Fool. You have the World card that's clarified by the Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. You have the Tower, which is clarified by the Star, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, though, with the interesting energy on the table, your overarching energy here is the Hangman, okay? Or the Hanging Man, as they call it in this deck. Definitely the Hanged Man, but they call it the Hanging Man here. You know, I have to get this out right away because my guides are already giving me the message that this month is where you're actually changing how you look at things. You're changing the way and the manner in which you look at all things in your life. It's sort of having like an epiphany moment. And when we have epiphany moments, it is an opportunity for us to level up, okay? It's an opportunity for us to kind of raise to a little bit, maybe to a higher vibration or what have you. We're increasing somewhere along the way, all right? So if you're changing it the way you look at things, then everything that you look at changes, okay? Bit of an interesting expression, okay? Now, the other thing that I need to tell you about your overall month energy here is that progress doesn't always come from pushing harder, okay? Working harder, working longer doesn't always advance things, okay? Sometimes you think, why aren't I seeing results? Why aren't I seeing results? Because I'm working harder, I'm doing better, I'm trying to do more, okay? But it actually comes from sort of seeing opportunity and jumping on that, okay? Or seeing opportunities differently, like with the Hangman, seeing it from a different perspective, right? And looking and seeing how a way to take advantage of that, seeing a way to expand that, maybe how to use your resources wisely, maybe do some major life upgrades here, okay? So I feel if you are open this month, open in the month of February, then you're almost as if you're doing things in a new way. And if you are willing to hustle, okay, that's very important. That hustle is a big piece of it here. So hustling, right, like I said, don't push harder, but hustling a little bit. So, you know, there's a bit of a difference in that. Let's get into Three of Pentacles, clarified by 4, the 5, and the Knight here. All right, so Three of Pentacles, teamwork going on, shared effort, using your skills, maybe increasing some of your skills, leveling up again, maybe doing some education, maybe getting some more certificates, maybe actually saying, hey, what other skill set can I learn that's going to make me valuable, right? This is also a card of collaboration though, okay? But you're definitely showing yourself off a little bit, okay? With just a little bit of word of wisdom here, because you do have the Five of Swords there, just to say, don't take on too much, don't bite off more than you can chew. I know it's great to say I want to do all these things and learn all these things, but then if you can't handle the course load, it's not going to be valuable to you, right? Remembering pushing harder is not the best way to do it, okay? Now, maybe learning something, you know, by going instead, you know, on a trip, okay? But I feel like you do want to gain some knowledge of something you've never done before, and it's going to make you valuable. So let me give you an example. Maybe you want to get into the AI business and you realize, maybe I should start taking some courses about that, all right? I'm feeling that for somebody. Definitely going to bring you some new stability through this skill set or whatever, but then being able to show yourself off because you're very skilled, okay? Now, you could also be collaborating with others. That could increase your income, or you could be refining your skill sets, even if you're not learning new ones, okay? But I feel like in this first week, you're laying some groundwork, and that's going to be for some long-term financial growth somewhere. All this skills and all this learning and all this stuff that you're doing, okay? Now, I would just say that, you know, you want to still take your theme in perspective here, which is, you know, yes, you're doing all this stuff, but sometimes it's a little opportunity to take a little step back and say, where can I work smarter? Where can I learn faster without having to put in so much energy? Okay, not just harder, remembering that, right? Sometimes a new strategy could present itself, so you have to be kind of open to seeing that. Perhaps somebody's going to come along who knows all of this stuff and they can give you the answers. Or you know somebody, like you know, have a neighbor or something and you go, oh, that guy used to work in that business. I wonder if he could tell me how to do these things. And it saves you, sometimes saves you money, it saves you time, all right? So just again, using the Hangman to say different perspective, keeping that in mind, okay? Getting into the Ten of Cups, definitely going to be happy that you did this. Definitely going to be a lot of joy there, okay? It's a card known of the happily ever after card. I mean, there's a family on it, there's a dog on it, there's flowers all over that card, there's green hillside, and tons and tons of cups on there, and just love galore with big sun shining, okay? So, you know, it's the card of, you know, fortune after difficulty, really, you know, so it's really like happiness here that's totally shining brightly on you. Sometimes it's, you know, a feeling of security, right? Strengthened by your family bonds. So, you know, financial stability could be lumped up in there. You could be emotional well-being is dumped up in there. And, you know, I would say to you that you are definitely, with this Hangman, like when you look at those two cards, it suggests that, you know, you've prioritized a little bit more of balance in your life, okay? So saying that, you know, it's not just about work, it's about me time. And that's sort of when you learned the smarter way to allow yourself to have this opportunity for more balance. That's what that Justice card is, okay? Saying that, yeah, I can do something and it will revive you to be able to start again in the Fool, okay? Take the time to plan things out properly here once you learn the lessons of doing things smarter, and then you can have that 10 of Cups happiness. Getting into the World, 8 of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. You know, the world is completion. The world is achievement. And it's also closure, okay? So you could experience, I'm going to say, a major completion of a project, a personal goal, of some kind of something at work that, you know, you got to the end of and there's a financial bonus waiting there for you. I feel like it's definitely targeted energy to come to this closure with that 8 of Wands. I feel like there's success that you gain because you've put in a lot of hard effort or sustained effort, and I feel like now you're ready to start something new, okay? You're ready to say, okay, that's closed now, let's move on. Maybe even say, hey, let me just take a break a bit, go have some vacation time, let me go off and have some fun and just chill out because I did a job, good job here, closed that out, I've worked, I've done what I needed to do. I've given all my deliverables, and now I can move on, all right? So I feel like there's that there. You know, card of success for sure, but it is the card of leveling up in life, the World card, okay? So again, we have that leveling up a bit happening here for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a very powerful card for... oftentimes I get with this card a message of, like, I don't know, renovations. I don't know how I get these messages associated with the World card. Maybe I'm getting it off of something else, but I do feel it when the World comes out. I oftentimes get a thing of, you know, renovations, home purchases, maybe, you know, relocations. If you were thinking of moving, looking for a more stable place, I feel that for somebody. But you're definitely sort of reaching the next stage in your life, in your career, in your family life, in your financial journey, whatever it may be. And it's very important that you take time to recognize that, okay? That's looking at the different perspective with the Hangman, is to be able to step back now and say, okay, recognize how far you've come before you start moving on to that next level, okay, or that next thing. Now we're going to get into the Tower. And Capricorn, this is sort of where, if you are in a transformation, I'm going to tell you this is where it just takes off. Okay? I feel for some of you it's like a sudden opportunity. It's like a surprise there. And I'm going to say good surprise, okay? But it's like a sudden opportunity. And I'm going to say for some of you it's to increase your finances. You definitely have the star shining down on you there, so something is either being highlighted or it's in alignment with what you put out to the universe. That's the other thing I have to say. And, you know, it could be like a shake-up. Now, the shake-up could be because either you made a choice or because you need to make a different choice. I'm not sure. You know, again, take it how it resonates. So for some of you, you know, the shake-up is going to force a better structure on you and maybe an opportunity to start something again, something fresh with this Knight of Pentacles. Being able to say to yourself, I've got this field in front of me. Let me say, what could I do differently this time, or what can I do with this big field in front of me? Taking it one step at a time to say, how do I build something new here? All right. Yeah, that the Tower obviously is like that shock, that surprise, that whatever. Not a bad shock, but, you know, nice way to clear outdated stuff, to allow you to build something stronger. Okay. And just that basically your reset, right? It gives you that reset with the Hangman, the Tower card. So I would just say, you know, this is all going to sort of lead for you somewhere to, maybe not at the end of this month, but moving forward into, you know, the rest of 2026 here, sort of leading to some nice stability and some nice growth. I'm going to get you now a Animal Spirit Oracle. Can I have a card, please, for Capricorn? Wow. You have the Unicorn card. Ah, I love it. It's beautiful. And it says infinite possibilities. Well, there's your leveling up, man, and opening the door. Wow. Okay, you are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Wow, oh wow. That is definitely a leveling up, my friends, and a great way to end your reading. So I'll leave it there, and I hope something resonates. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe. I'll see you again very soon. Till then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.